Hi, my name is Beresford, and I'm here to discuss some of the important roles that a special education teacher has. One of the first roles is being supportive to the students and staff. Being supportive and helping students achieve their goals is one of the most important things us as educators can do. You are going to be supportive of maybe their IEP goals as well as personal goals that they may have and need help achieving. And that's a really huge thing for any student. Is for a teacher just to be supportive and be there for them. One of the next things that a special education teacher needs to do is planning. Plan ahead, plan out your curriculum. You're going to have lots of different students with different levels and needs, and it's important to plan ahead because you don't know how that lesson is going to work out. You don't know what the outcome is going to be, and you may need to replan it again the next day. One of the things that can help with your planning is collaboration with other teachers. Collaborating with other teachers is really great. You're going to get new ideas. You're going to be able to bounce ideas of stuff that maybe isn't working for you, and maybe a more experienced veteran teacher has a new fresh look, and it's going to be effective and great for all your students and maybe some of their students too. So collaboration is really important as any type of educator. Next thing is maintaining a ethical and professional appearance. Maintaining an ethical and professional appearance is really important to be on time and treat everyone equitable and ethical. Don't bring up things that are inappropriate for school or inappropriate to speak to your students about. It's really important that you uphold the profession, and being professional is one of the best things that you can be. Be a good role model for your students. Some of the depositions that I currently possess are respect, fairness, honesty, advocacy, and compassion. I am one of the biggest advocator for special ed students. A lot of them can't speak up for themselves or don't know how or what to say. Maybe they want to mainstream into a certain class and the teacher's being apprehensive. And being a special education educator, you need to be that advocate for that student. Help get them in that class and get them those inclusive experience. Help be an advocate to their parent. Maybe they're afraid to tell their parents they're having extra trouble at school or something like that. It's very important you are the best advocate you can be for your students, because you may be their only advocate. Another thing that I'm very good at is being compassionate, sometimes to a fault. I'm very compassionate to students. I go above and beyond, make sure they have food at home, make sure they have supplies at home. Sometimes my compassion can be my biggest downfall because it can make me a little bit of a pushover. And as a future educator, that's something that I do need to work on. Another thing that I need to work on is being reflective in my lessons. I've been in the classroom a long time, 19 years as an instructional assistant. I have a lot of past experiences, and sometimes that can be a fault because I will think, hey, that worked for me before, and then now it's not. And instead of going back and reflecting on something, I just tend to just move on and say that's good enough. So that is definitely something I'm going to work on as a future educator. As for personal biases, they need to be left at home. You need to try to leave them out of the classroom. You don't know where your student is coming from. You don't know about their political alignments. You may not know what sports teams they're passionate about. You may not know what genders their parents identify with. You may not know about their religion. Bringing biases into the classroom spells trouble. You can get a parent complaint. Maybe the student thinks you like girls more than boys, or vice versa. Or maybe they think because you have a sports poster on your wall and are a really big fan that's why you gave them a bad grade. I mean, students get assumptions and think lots of things, and that could bring a bias into the room that you don't want. Biases can bring parental problems. They could file a complaint against you. They could go to the administrator, which could ultimately end in you losing your job. And it's just not something that you should try to bring into the classroom. I know sometimes that it will come out because you don't know what situations each day is going to bring, but best practice is to try to leave the bias at home. I hope that gave you a little insight about my personal teaching philosophies, and you have a wonderful day.